In terms of communication and in terms of like conversation pieces, wouldn't say I'm a very optimistic person. I would say I kind of jive in between of being a very optimistic pessimist. So being optimistic about the conversation is one thing, but like needing to be critical about the conversation also is fairly important. So I think that's why the bridge to have the conversation is much more important first. Then we can be very pessimistic about the content of the conversation itself.
So in a way, bagi kawan, kalau demo Kelantan kau kisah berapa mari di Kuala Lumpur ni, belajar gapo demo nak, balik, demo pergi duduk community demo pergi duduk orang kampung demo tak kisahlah demo orang Sandakan ko, orang Seramak ko, gapo dia demo buat belajar kat KL ni, demo apply dekat dengan kampung demo buat cara demo. So you uplift your community there. Demo mari, lepas tu demo tubik. You come in and you get out. Hak ni kawan belajar daripada tour itulah, kita tour promo panggung itu pergi setengah-setengah negeri. Salah contoh lah kita nak share ni di Melaka. Melaka ni ada satu tempat ni nama dia Bangunan Melaka. So they took this warehouse, they changed the whole warehouse to become like a more like activity hub. The problem what they want to solve is talent retention. So there's a lot of talent kat Melaka ni, budak-budak pandai bijak belakang kreatif, tapi tak ada kerja. Lah kali pergi Kuala Lumpur, sekali pergi KL cari rezeki ke apa dia. So when these like two people Kama, Juju, they make Bangunan Melaka ni, so they want to sustain the whole creativity scene, the whole youth activities in Melaka itself. It's kind of like saturated over here already, and then bukan nak tak boleh buat innovate, boleh innovate, tapi more lagi kita akak orang kita lah where we came from, and I think sama rata lah sikit the distribution of, let's say, creativity or like creative output.
But yeah, maybe the sentiment like today is slightly different if I were to read it maybe a couple of weeks ago. At least for now, there's a sense of optimism that I feel that will happen in our country's trajectory. But yeah, at the end of the day, these statements, these headlines that we read, felt like both past and present at the same time. So they live in that kind of world capsule.
I'd see that we are in a more promising timeline, and I guess with the idea of like tabling and conversation as well, I see that we remain the optimism, but also at the same time have this method of questioning ourselves as well, and questioning the people who are in power. So it gives it a good balance.
I don't know what I would like to see, but I know what I would like not to see in our country or in the head, which is to not see religion and race being used in our politics, especially in the next 5 years.
No, I'm with you in that, because I think there's so much baggage in that question, because we're all coming from an undoing, you see, and we're just fresh from election. So it's also quite hard to hope for these headlines who are owned already. Yeah, but maybe I would like to see a headline from one of us. Maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah. Ali Alasri.
No lah, marketer. Yeah. Syazwan Kuhiri.
I think for us, cloud projects is only useful insofar as it is here and now and serves us here and now. And I think that is the liberation of being independent. You're not tied to timelines, at least, in the kind of far long-term sense. I think to us that's an open question, and one that we deliberately choose not to answer.
I hope to be exhibiting more art shows, continue what I'm doing, and also hopefully could be involved in more like inspirational projects together with like my mom, or like even with more other creatives as well.
Now I'm working like as an intern in an agency, like advertising agency. So in these 2 years, maybe I will like developing my networking. My plan. I want to meet lots of people. I want to know many things, so I can do more things on my artwork. Then I can show my ideas, my concept to the public. Then I think it's important not to show your thoughts to the public as an artist.
America, I hope that I have a few more projects to be working on, and I have a few projects in mind. But other than that, other than art projects, I wish that I could climb a little bit more and then cycle a little bit more across the peninsula, maybe like East Malaysia.
After MIA or just after 2 years, I think hopefully I'll be more a part of this like industry or just this art world and just be more confident in myself basically.
I think it will be a message from me now to the 5-year future. I hope I see myself still making artwork, and I hope that it was close to my changes as well.
I hope to still be making art in 2027. And still make and still do what I do, I guess.
I think MIA has been around for more than 5 decades, and definitely we have our grassrootsness in this industry compared to like other more commercial approach colleges. So I hope that they can continue to express themselves, be very vocal using their illustration, because at MIA we don't want them just to produce works that are for commercial use. I hope to see their characteristic in their own work.
I hope in 2 years I can establish my own brand. So it's called Baoskin. Here's a bit advertising. So it's called BAOSKIN. Or you can search on Instagram. So it's about Xiao Long Bao having a very thin skin, and so he's afraid of the society, the world around, and so this is the journey of getting a thicker skin. Yeah.